everything was finally going the way I wanted, and my life is a mess.
Of course your life's a mess. You're a teenager.
High school isn't over yet.
I really enjoyed getting to see this film, and I love that you wrote it, you directed it, you're in it, your brother's in it. It's definitely, a passion project, and you're releasing it. So talk to me a little bit about how it was developed, and then what you're doing for the premiere.
Absolutely, yeah, great question. So it was something that was on my heart to make because I was always a fan of coming of age movies, classic coming of age films, especially teen films, because they're just so formational and primal themes. It just means a lot to young people. So I wanted to make one of those films because I was a fan of them and I know them, and I felt I could make one. And I really wanted to update the genre a bit and use modern day themes in the film. And so I feel like young people, and myself especially, deal with a lot of external simulation, which causes you to expect life to go a certain way when in reality it's different. So I wanted to use the theme of expectation versus reality in this film and really hit on that, because I feel like with all the stimulus we all have nowadays, like I was saying, we can expect love especially to be one thing, and in a lot of times it's not. We can expect it to be like the movies or TV shows or pop culture or social media, but in reality it's always different. So I really wanted to chew on that theme, and it was such a blessing to get to do it with my brother, who is the star of the film and who did a great job, because he got it done on time, quickly. His performance was, great, and I'm very grateful for that. And we wanted to really bring fans during the quarantine time something special, something that they could smile and feel good about. It's a feel-good movie. And so we thought there's no better way to release it than to do it during the quarantine and all live, and make this big live event with me and Selena. You'll get to watch the movie. You'll do a Q&A with me and Selena. There'll be a performance by Lovely the Band, who's a multi-platinum artist. So to us, it's kind of a win-win. You get a feel-good experience. You get to see some familiar faces, me, Selena, the cast, all reuniting and having a good time with you live. And it all benefits COVID relief. It benefits the +1 COVID-19 relief fund. So it's kind of I think a win-win-win, because we're going to be bringing smiles to people's faces and helping a good cause.
You've acted with your brother in films before, but this time around directing him, I mean, you're in the film as well, but directing him, what was that like? I know when I've talked with you in the past with the both of you, there's more competition in sports than there is in acting.
Yeah.
So what was that like? Did he take direction well from you? Did you feel comfortable doing it? What did that look like?
Well, it really was a blessing. He was great. The enemy of all independent films is time, because you don't have the budget that a lot of bigger movies do, which gets you more time. So knowing that was our enemy the whole time, just trying to get what we need on time, I needed a lead actor that I could trust and that would trust me, could deliver on time and be convincing. And he was all of those things. I trust my brother more than anyone else on the planet. I know he has my back. He knows I have his back. We're both coming from selfless places with all of our notes and concerns while working together. So it really was a very productive time, and he delivered. He fully delivered. So it was fantastic. Anytime you're working with someone new, it's fine, it's doable, but there's a lot of hurdles to overcome to get to a place of trust. And with a lead actor, that's just paramount. So he really nailed it, and I'm very grateful that he did such a good job with it.
The ensemble of the cast that you created that go on this road trip was great. And I love that we see some familiar faces there too. You had mentioned Selena earlier. It's fun to see the Wizards of Waverly Place guys, all together. And for the live premiere that's going to be on Friday, what can we expect with you and Selena? It's the first time that you guys have kind of been together in a while.
Yeah, I would say bring a Kleenex, because you're going to have tears of nostalgia. That's all I got to say. We haven't been on screen in a professional setting in over a decade, so this is kind of a big deal that we're doing this. We're gonna discuss old memories. We're gonna have some laughs. We have Charlie D'Amelio and Dixie D'Amelio, who Charlie's the most followed TikToker in the world, are gonna host part of the Q&A. So they were big Wizards fans, so they're gonna have fun during it as well. It's gonna be a big fun experience. Selena and I have such great chemistry, so we're just going to be bantering about. There'll be all sorts of questions asked. It's mostly supposed to be fun and lighthearted and a lot of laughter. The whole cast will join as well. You'll get to see Greg Sulkin, who was also in Wizards, and Jeff Garlin, who was also in Wizards, as well as the whole cast in the film is going to be there for a Q&A. And like I said, we're going to have a mini concert with Lovely the Band. So you're going to hear some new songs off their new album, some songs from the movie. It's just meant to be a fun, lighthearted night.
Well, and talk to me about how you're hanging in there with this time too. I mean, I know you have a very young child. I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, and one just off to kindergarten, and trying, juggle everything at home. For you, kind of what helps you keep perspective and the silver lining for the world pandemic and what's just been going on in this unprecedented 2020?
Yeah, it is a crazy time. I think I've just been trying to keep perspective with what's important. A big pivot for me and for my family was finding a way to release this film, try to release a positive thing during this, and trying to find a way to bring smiles to people. So that's taken up a significant amount of time. But, getting the silver lining with this is I get to be with my family every day, and I get to be at home with my family where normally I would be traveling or out of the house. It's been nice to get to be home every day. That's been a really, really nice comfort to be with my wife and have dinners with my wife and my daughter. So we're really appreciating that and grateful for that time. So that's definitely been a silver lining.
So much for taking the time today. It's always a pleasure chatting with you. I'm really excited for this film. I hope that everyone will be part of the premiere.
Yes, and I wanted to give a code to anyone out there watching right now. So it's on August 28th, so it's right around the corner, and it's one time only, so you can miss it if you don't get your ticket. It's not going to be anywhere else. It's just this one event. So see it on August 28th, and you can use my code David20 for a discount. So it won't be $11.99. It'll be $9.99 with that code. And you can get your tickets at thisistheyear.film. Just thisistheyear.film.
Do you like me?